Now, when I said I wanted more Dragon Prince news after dropping yesterday's video, I thought, well, we'd have to wait another week, of course. But no, we got one in less than like 24 hours, you guys. We have a new image to talk about, so let's get into it. What's going on, you guys? James here with some real news, and today we're getting into a brand new image from Season 7 of The Dragon Prince on Netflix. Season 7, as we know, releases December 19th of this year, and I'm so excited for it. But this week is also Netflix's Geeked Week, where we usually get some cool reveals from shows like The Dragon Prince and Avatar: The Last Airbender. And yes, we just got a brand new image from Season 7 that dropped yesterday, and it involves Rayla. Rayla! Now, before we get into the news, if it is your first time here at the channel, welcome to Real James, where I love talking about movies, TV, and all the news in between, and yes, of course, The Dragon Prince. So if you don't want to miss out, hit the big red button below and subscribe to the channel, y'all. Seriously, there's so much news happening. What if by the time you see this video, there might be more news, so what if that happens? Well, when it does, I'm covering it right here. And like this video, guys, if you haven't already, and get loud in the comments below. I need you to tell me, do you like this photo? And give me your theories as well, because I've got some that will make you emotional. Alrighty, y'all, so let's get right into the news before we break down this new image. Netflix's official Geeked account on X dropped this photo with a caption that reads just like this: "The Keeper has a secret. Prepare yourselves for the final chapter of The Dragon Prince, Mystery of Ehasz. Season 7 arrives December 19th, only on Netflix." Now notice something about that caption. They wrote the final chapter. They didn't say the final season of The Dragon Prince, right? It's the final chapter of The Mystery of Ehasz, which we know is currently the second arc of this series. Well, we're waiting on you, Netflix. Are you going to green light third arc, which is 3 more seasons of The Dragon Prince? I really, really hope so. But for now, we've got Season 7 to talk about. So, of course, that comes new images, trailers, posters, and this time we've got a first look image. It's the 4th new image from Season 7. Remember, we had those other 3 photos we've talked about on this channel, of course, and now we've got a 4th one. So let's get into it. The photo includes Rayla, the ghost of the Moonshadow Elf assassins from Season 1, who died after they laid siege on Catullus to kill King Hero. And then there's also another Moonshadow Elf on the right side, which we'll talk about in maybe just a little bit. First things first, you guys. Yes, these ghosts, these very translucent looking Moonshadow Elves are the Moonshadow Elf assassins from Season 1. Now, they're dead, as we know, right? And we learned that they were dead in Season 3's episode Ghost. Their names are Ram, Score, Callisto, and Andromeda, and it seems like fans are pretty happy that they're making another appearance. And isn't it only right that they'd make an appearance? It's almost like some of Rayla's past is coming back and to play with Season 7, so she's probably going to have to face some of that judgment. So that brings me to Rayla, right? Rayla looks very sad. Somebody cheer her up. Where's Callum? But for real, Rayla looks like she's still kind of shouldering the weight of that shame from the abandoned mission in Season 1, where of course we saw Runan get captured, but we saw King Hero get killed. And, well, clearly the other elven assassins. But you guys got to remember, it's not just she's carrying that shame just internally. Externally, she is shamed from this Moonshadow Elf community in the Silver Grove. She was ghosted by the community in the Silver Grove, which means she's been banished by everyone, and that includes Athari. Now, we know this from Season 3, right? But in context of this image, it almost feels like, yeah, she's being put on trial, at least to some degree. So that leads me to my first theory, which is, well, this is the scene maybe where Rayla is now facing her punishment by those in the Silver Grove. Or is this the moment where she pleads her case to then be unghosted and accepted again by the community so she can finally see people's faces and they can see hers? Well, maybe. And if that is the case, you guys, with the return of Runan in Season 6, Will he be the deciding factor in this moment to convince the Moonshadow Elves to finally accept Rayla again? Hey, if anyone can convince his people, it's gotta be Runan. But also, what if Athari is the final vote in the matter? And they're like, Athari, everyone says yes except for you. What do you say? And he's thinking about it, and he's like, oh, I don't know. And then Runan's like, yo, come on, dog. What is this? And if there's anyone that can convince Athari, it's probably Runan. So, hey, anything's possible at this point. But I do feel strongly about this theory, because this is not just a coincidence that you see the people who have died because of Rayla's decision to abandon the mission in this pond of some sort with her. So we've got Rayla, who seems to be on trial. We have these ghosts of the Moonshadow Elf assassins, and we've got what seems to be a very interesting location. But before we get there, we have one more person to talk about. Who in the world is the keeper that is referenced in the caption? If I had to guess, it's the other dude on the other side of this photo. Who else is the keeper? I checked the Dragon Prince's wiki page, and I could not find anything on a character named the keeper. So I'm going to give you my theory. And hey, if you know something I don't, real fam, let me know in the comments below. But as for my theory, this is a Moonshadow Elf that we see in the photo. It's off to the right side of the frame, and the secret that they're keeping is probably the secret of how to unghost Rayla in the Silver Grove, which would not be a big deal in the grand scheme of things, which, well, the A plot is how do you kill Erebos and stop him from destroying the rest of the world, and the B plot is going to be, you know, what happens with Callum and the gang. So this would be huge for us fans. Again, might not have huge implications on the overall story, but this could be a nice way to tie up some loose ends, because as of now, Season 7 is the official last season of The Dragon Prince, unless they get greenlit, which we hope they do, for Seasons 8 through 10. And the last thing that I noticed in this photo is their location. Where are they? Well, my best guess would have to be that they're in the same pool of water that they were in Season 3, Episode 3. You guys remember that, right? Well, if not, there's some B-roll, I'm sure, playing right now to remind you. But the markings on the inside of this pool seem very similar to the markings that we saw in this photo. So I don't want to, say anything crazy here, like, oh my gosh, maybe they're not in that pool of water and there's another part of the Silver Grove that they're in. Unless they are indeed not in this pool of water we've seen, and it's another location in the Silver Grove. So is it possible that they're not outside, but they're indoors, maybe in a cave of sorts? Because when you brighten the photo and you look in the top left corner of this photo, it looks like a door of some sort. So are they inside? Maybe they're in a different location. We haven't really seen all of the Silver Grove yet, have we? But when we do, maybe this is a new location for us to travel within, and the only location where Rayla can be unghosted. Because, again, that thing floating above Rayla's head, it doesn't look like a moon, and it looks almost too close in proximity to Rayla's head. So is this a half moon? Because we know Moonshadow Elves are at their fullest strength with the full moon, and again, I don't know what that half moon could represent, but maybe Rayla, whatever she has around her neck, could be that piece that connects to that in some sort of way to then complete the puzzle, and the keeper says, all right, homie, you're back. So I wonder. But y'all let me know if maybe I am way too far off base here and I'm overthinking this. I gotta hear your theories, because while this photo seems pretty straightforward, there's a lot of mystery behind it too. Because we know that these elf assassins, they're gone. I want to say their names again so I remember. Ram, Score, Callisto, and Andromeda. So there's no way that we see them again outside of this moment in the flesh. They're dead. But we did just somehow bring Runan back from the dead, although he was coined. So anything is sort of possible, but I'm going to imagine that they're going to stay dead, and that Rayla's going to have to just atone for her misstep, which was abandoning the mission, and maybe she'll come back. She's unghosted. How cool would that be, right? Well, would they maybe do this? And then Runan comes back, and Athari's all happy, and then maybe all of the Silver Grove goes to help fight to protect Zadia and the human kingdoms by taking down Erebos. Imagine if Rayla's going to try to recruit them. No, that's way too far out there, right? I gotta stop talking because I'm gonna maybe dig a hole for myself here. But y'all, that's all we got so far from season 7 of The Dragon Prince during Netflix's Geeked Week. Again, by the time you see this video, maybe that changes, because there is a live stream happening on, is it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday night. So I'm really curious what might get revealed, but when anything gets revealed, hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel for more news just like this, and get loud in the comments again, and let me know what you think about all of this, and hey, give your boy a thumbs up because it helps this video a whole lot. Alrighty, y'all, well, I'm going to go ahead and now get ready for Netflix's live stream. Alright, let's get ready, and maybe we'll get a trailer. Nah, we'll get that at New York Comic Con. Maybe? Alrighty, y'all. Again, thanks so much for watching. God bless you guys, and I'll catch you at the next screening.